And we are here with everyone now. Little technical glitch there because I haven't got my glasses, so I can't see what I'm doing. But me and ALC are here with Mike and Neil from EULOGY. How are you doing, lads?
Fantastic.
Yeah, really good, mate.
Great to be here.
It's great to have you on. I see that Mike's sitting nicely with his vast armada of weaponry behind him.
This is the room of rock.
It's got to be done. And Neil doing the fancy tech thing with the flashy background. I love it. So I did warn you I'd be going through some of those more obvious questions with you to start with. And why not go for the absolutely most obvious one? Why are you guys called EULOGY?
I think, Neil, you could answer that one, can't you?
It was a good question, actually.
Well, I thought it's quite some time ago. I thought, Neil, you were actually doing a eulogy for someone that passed away.
It probably did happen, yeah. Thinking about it, it's quite a few years ago now, actually. And yeah, it was my father-in-law actually passed away at the time, and I was asked to do a eulogy for him. And I was putting this eulogy together and everything. And at the time, we were thinking about forming a band and getting the name and everything else together. So, yeah, I just come out the top of my head and say, what about the name actual EULOGY? Let's give that a try.
I remember the conversation. I think we had some really crap names flying around, really cheesy stuff.
We did.
Well, that's not bad. I'm hoping eulogy doesn't sound too cheesy.
Go on, what could EULOGY have been? What is the worst other option out of the lot?
Oh, see, I've got a name in my head, but I can't repeat.
I apologise for that. That was just weird glitch on the system.
But I'm not going to repeat what I said while I went down.
Oh, really? I really want to know now. That is some. Did you have control of my computer? Was that some kind of weird censorship?
Exactly. Yeah, I remoted it. I'm just taking control of everything.
It's spooky. That was proper censorship. That was.
Yeah.
Like Neil's just jumped in and go, "Don't tell that story, Mike."
Well, actually, I thought you would shut me down because you kind of my mouth started to say something. You go, no, off.
Right. Okay. Who else is in the band, though? I mean, Mike. I am presuming possibly might be the guitarist.
I'm the drummer. No, yeah, guitarist. Yeah.
and Neil, what are you doing?
So I'm main vocals and bass. So bit of multitasking going on, but yeah, we've got Brian Perkins, who's a rhythm guitarist, and more recently joined the EULOGY ranks is Josh Bird on the drums.
Oh, very cool.
Yep.
Very cool. So is that a recent change or a recent addition?
Josh has been, how long has he been with us?
Since last January, I think it is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he's fitted in perfectly.
That's excellent. It's always good when you get a new member that just gels perfectly from the start. Yeah.
He's
the younger member of the band, should we say. So at a ripe old age of 30.
yeah, younger tentatively speaking.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, without further ado, I think we should probably start off with, for those that have never heard any of your music before, with one of your tracks. I thought we'd start off with Pain Is Mine. So would you care to give us a little bit of a description of what the track means to you from the writing perspective?
Yeah, so...
Mike, do you want to give a rundown on that?
Yeah, I'm on it. So The Pain Is Mine is about kind of kind of inner conflict with yourselves, with yourself. It's about struggling with, life as you see it. And yeah, let's have a listen. And you see the kind of, you feel the aggression in the song of feelings trying to burst out.
There we go. For all those listening on the social media sites, we'll be speaking over the tracks in the backgrounds just because what they're like. We don't want them to pull us for copyright reasons. If you want to listen to the tracks uninterrupted, go over to xrpradio.co.uk or get us on Alexa, TuneIn, or all the millions of other radio streaming sites. We're on all of them, by the way, so you can't miss us. Without further ado, this is Pain Is Mine from Eulogy. There we go. Is the track loud enough for you, and can you hear us over it?
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. So I remember when we got this in, we had a lot of good comments on the tightness of your production more than anything. So I've got to hit a nail. Was it self-produced, or did you go to a studio, and can we shout out the producer?
Yeah, so this was produced along with a person called Tim, and we hired Raw Mesh's studio down in Cardiff. So we really went to town on this from a production perspective. Absolutely, we've been through smaller studios, previously, and nothing wrong with them, absolutely not. But we want to try and do something a bit more special.
Okay. I mean, it shines through, definitely.
Yeah,
like
it's
can
really
tell.
good, actually, production-wise, yeah.
And one thing we were very, very keen to get was that big drum sound. So you can hear on all the tracks, the drums really cut through. They're really big.
Front, yeah.
You've got that kind of gunshot snare sound.
Yeah.
Dang.
It took actually Josh and Tim in the studio. They were really fastidious on the drums. They really kind of hone in that kind of tone. They took them days, but I think they got it pinned down properly. Brilliant.
No, it's definitely well done.
The singer is awesome. He's like James Hetfield with a dash of Tom O'Reilly.
Did you hear that?
No.
Guys, one of our listeners says the singer's awesome. He's like James Hetfield with a dash of Tom Araya. There you go.
You got a bit of Papa Head in that again. Yeah, I mean the obvious comparison, particularly the vocals, is James Hetfield, but
definitely you've got strong that. I've already got people asking if I can get you guys up in Scotland. So
we'd love to. We'd absolutely love to.
Totally.
We've got another Facebook user commenting on the vocals again there.
Loving it.
Yeah, definitely they're saying powerful sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're absolutely eating this up. Definitely.
Some really cool comments there. Thanks a lot, everybody. Actually, this is our first single off the album, and it did really well.
That's really good to hear. I mean, like, especially in the kind of the mainstream alt music scene, if you know what I mean. This would smash it, to be fair.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I don't know how well your track plugins going, but have you managed to get the kind of introducing and the Kerrang plays yet?
Yeah. What song was on Kerrang, Neil? What kind of radio? Was it this?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was this.
Yeah, it did play on. Yeah, we were on Kerrang Radio. Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me, to be fair.
It done really well, actually. Yeah. It was played across hundreds and hundreds of radio stations worldwide, and yeah, we had lots of really positive comments there.
This one really took off, actually. I say when the album launched.
Just to hold you there for a second whilst we go into the next segment. You're listening to XRPRadio, and I'm still here with Mike and Neil from Eulogy. We haven't managed to offend them just yet.
Bring it on.
We got another few hours yet, and don't worry, we've got your lot's questions to come.
Beers.
Perfect. Do it. So ALC, I would like to ask you and ask the audience to start filtering in those questions for the Ask Them Anything. And when we mean anything, we really do mean anything. And see if we can get them off the air earlier than we intended. But that's not really the point, honestly. So moving into some more stuff. How do you guys write your music as a band? We've heard a lot of compliments on the lyricy and the riffage there from our audience there. Do you tend to write as together, or like do someone write the lyrics and someone write the bass line? How does it work?
Yeah, so that's down to me mainly. So I come up with a concept lyrically. It's a bit of an extracted procedure for me, but I either write a short story or a poem just to get my head in the space, and then pick out words and phrases and put the kind of lyrical content together, and then write a riff around that on guitar. I think once I then got this kind of, I wouldn't say fully formed, but 80% formed riffage and vocal line of the lyrics rather, I take it to rehearsal. Then Neil then will look at a melody, and that's where it kind of knits together with everybody else. But mainly I do that kind of grafting in this room, the Room of Rock.
The Room of Rock, I love it. I love it. So I always like to get this take. If I mean, it seems like Mike's coming up with the lyrical concept, but Neil's the singer. So Neil, what kind of process do you take on to kind of take that lyric? I mean, lyrics are typically quite emotional and heartfelt. So how do you kind of take what Mike's written and kind of display that?
So basically, it's an interesting process because obviously, Mike has got quite personal thoughts on some of the lyric content and things that he writes. So once he comes up with some lyrics and things, I'll go away then and really go over them lyrics and things and try and get in my mind what he's trying to portray from them lyrics. And then in rehearsal, usually then we get a riff. And we start sort of looping the riff a few times, and I'll attempt then to sort of get them vocals over the top and develop some sort of vocal melody as well. So it's a bit of a sort of quite a long process really, but what we find is over the period of the rehearsals, the song evolves and develops.
It does.
So and everyone has input then, so Brian, Josh, even the drummer, has something to say about it, which is quite unusual, I know. But
Neil, you're in trouble, Neil. You're going to get in trouble. Fair play. I think, as a band, everyone has input into it, and we develop and enhance the song. Yeah.
So that's great. How long have you been doing that process? How long have you guys been together from the start?
Well, probably.
I think Neil and I were kind of the initial members of Eulogy back before.
You give us a shout, Mike.
Say again, dude.
I think you give us a shout. You give me a ring at 2015, I think it was. Or
it was.
Yeah, and said, do you fancy having a jam? I think that's how it all kicked off.
I was living in Australia, and I come home. I just said, kind of, do you want to get together and do something? And we'd known each other around the music scene. The rock scene in Cardiff, South Wales for years and years and years. And we got together and the band was formed. It wasn't quite Eulogy at that point. And then it's gone through the various iterations over time. But I think now we're right in the sweet spot.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, complete side note, I have to just ask for my own intrigue. What made you go to Australia, and more important, what made you come back?
Oh, look, that's a whole different story.
Okay, I will sidestep that completely.
Actually, I went out there and I got deported. No, I didn't.
It dragged you out there.
Well, I think on that note, we'll sidestep that and play a next track from you guys, and then after this, your questions from the chat will come in. So you guys, please start bringing those questions, and ALC will be gathering them up as we go along. I've also got a few curveball backhand questions for them anyway, so don't worry about it. Next track that we were going to play is bear with me. Back to Life. So again,
Okay.
give us a little intro if you would, lads.
Oh, so this song's one of our oldest songs, believe it or not, and this one's gone through many iterations. And again, this song it's quite dark lyrically. Again, it's all about emotions and inner feelings, and trying to reach out. Just a side note here. My lyrics are always really dark. I don't know why. I'm quite a happy person, but
I know you come across so cheerful.
I know. It's got to be this. It has to be this.
And this particular song was off our first ever EP that we put together back in probably 2016, 17. So, but as Mike said, it has gone through lots of iterations since then. If you have a little listen on Spotify, the old one is still on there. UAB them, it's very different.
Does that old one need taking down? Does it, in Mike's opinion?
I would say so, but
actually, there's a good contrast in the production quality between them. You actually,
definitely.
if you listen to AB, and like Neil said, the quality is night and day.
Yeah, it's one of those awkward ones as a band, isn't it? Because it's nice to have it up there to see how you've progressed, but also you don't want someone's first opinion of you when you've progressed so much to be that
Agreed.
one.
awesome.
Agreed.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But here we go. Hopefully this is a good opinion for you guys anyway. This is Back to Life from Eulogy.
Enjoy.
Don't blame me, Martin made the playlist.
He said he wanted to give the fans a bit of all of the years.
Oh, bless him.
Okay.
I reckon that's a cover-up, to be honest, but...
They've also added Jeff Scott Soto as someone that you're reminded of.
Okay.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
Jeff
But
Scott Soto.
Oh,
Yes,
there we go.
I know exactly who Jeff Scott Soto is. Yeah, he's he sang for Yngwie Malmsteen back in the day.
Wow.
And he's in a band called Wet. Yeah, he's really good vocalist actually.
Well, there you go.
Norman
Another
Logic
compliment. Another compliment.
I'll take that definitely.
I tell you what though, even this is from the... Is this a redo of the early... Is this the newer version?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the original version used to start off with a kind of arpeggio guitar, and then we just want to have a bit more initial impact, because live, this goes down really well live actually. It went down well Thursday, didn't it?
It did. Yeah, most definitely. Very well.
Yeah, I mean, it's... I mean, even if it's an older one, it's a solid track in itself still. Have you found that there's been a lot of tracks over the time that you've been a band that have kind of just slipped out, like it's just not playing this anymore?
Yep. So,
Yeah. Quite a few actually.
we've got this mission to have a set list that will last an hour and a half, for instance.
Okay.
But every time we get a new song, we look back and go, "Ooh, that song can go now because we've got this new replacement." And then we never ever get this really long set.
To be fair though, I mean, a nice dream, but to get those 90-minute sets these days are a struggle in itself.
No, I know.
It'd be a great experience. I'd love to go see some of the old gigs where you have the big long sets, but these days.
I think it's more about versus choice, because you just touched on you play a song when you do a gig, you play the same songs all the time technically if you've got a short kind of back catalogue. But just for us as musicians to have a bit of variety in the set, we'll try a different song tonight. Actually on Thursday we played a new song. That went down really well actually.
Yeah, it's a brand new song, not on the album, written in the last few weeks, and yeah, it's kicking fair play, and we've got some really good comments, haven't we?
Yeah.
Was that kind of a local gig, kind of dropping the new single at a...
Yeah, in Cardiff, Fuel in Cardiff.
So, let's have a look at the time. How do you find I'll try and get this out of everyone because it's been different across the country and across the globe. What's the music scene now like local to you guys after all the pandemic, crisis of living, all this bullshit? You know, have you got an area that's kind of managed to hold its venues together, or is it still not great?
I think a lot of venues have been affected massively, you know, and we've seen local venues and things that were doing really well before the pandemic struggling, and you know, one or two venues have actually closed down. But you know, it's hit and miss in gigs these days as well. You know, it's often it's not a full audience there. So yeah, I don't know. I think things have taken an awful long time to get back to some sort of normality again.
Yeah,
definitely. Right, we're just coming out of this song, as you can hear. You're listening to XRP Radio. Still got Eulogies, Neil and Mike with us. But now's the period of time where we can really try and get rid of them as we ask your questions. And I love this bit because this is other people, so you can't blame me for what's coming. I'm just doing my job. Or Kat, can we? Kat, you're gonna have to read these out because I can't read at the moment.
I know you can't. That's why I leaned forward.
Here we go. Question number 1.
I hear a lot of influences in the sound of some great old school bands, but are there any newer bands that have really caught your ear?
Ooh.
Yeah, I guess I'm a bit old school. I do enjoy Alter Bridge. I enjoy all your metal bands, but the newer bands. What have you been listening to, Neil?
Well, one we were listening to the other night, Ghost. You know, there's some stuff I quite like out of Ghost, you know, and I'm not sure that provides me with influence, mine, but it's just, you know, some of the tracks I've enjoyed. I think, you know, when you look at our age, we have been around for quite a while in the music scene.
I'm stunned.
And
devastating.
So, you know, I think because of that, obviously, naturally, our musical influences are going to come through, and yeah, you know, the Metallicas and Megadeth and all of that sort of stuff is there. But as Mike was saying, you know, Alter Bridge, Tremonti, that sort of thing, loving a bit of all that.
I guess as a side note, then, is there any up and coming artists that you've played with that you'd shout out? Oh, look at the thought perspective. Is it really that bad in Wales?
Yeah.
I tell you, you know,
yeah.
I tell you, a band is doing fantastic. Is Florence Black.
Okay.
And you know
that name tingles my ears as well. I'm sure.
Florence Black are quite a local band to us from Merthyr, and in the South Wales Valleys, and they've done exceptionally well and just released another album now. And I'm loving that. Really good.
Excellent.
Good show.
Right. More weird questions?
Yep. What is in your guitar rig?
Oh, all right. Oh, I can talk about this
Mike,
forever.
over to you.
Hold on. Yeah, so I run a Mesa Boogie. I guess pretty standard.
You can't go wrong with a Mesa.
It's phenomenal. And then for my switching, I got all stomp boxes, but I got them under the amp, and I use what's called a Voodoo Labs ground control.
Okay.
Just all MIDI back to the amp. Just got a foot switch on the floor. And then guitar-wise, so PRS, my main big guitar.
Oh.
Custom 24. and then I did drag out my first guitar, which is the red one behind me, which is a I'm gonna drop it now. It's an 84 Warlock USA BC Rich.
That was your first guitar?
That was my first guitar. I was 14.
Not a bad start, to be fair.
I know.
Not a bad start at all. No wonder you carried it on.
I have a more extreme guitar,
Where's the Roscoe, Mike?
Yeah, exactly. Now,
oh, that's fucking awesome. Oh no, that's brilliant.
So this one's just consigned to the room now. It never comes out of here. It's like a big coffin. This one.
I was gonna say, like, with those kinds of guitars, because I've seen loads of these fancy looking guitars. Like what are they actually like to play?
That is awful because
I thought so.
It's top heavy. It's just neck heavy.
It's like a cricket bat, like.
I can't get away with it now at my age, coming on stage with that. Jeez, can you imagine it? Flip it.
It looks awesome, but yeah.
Yeah.
Looks nice, though.
And I got a 1970. You see that there? The Park behind me.
Yeah.
And it's a 4x12 under there, which are G12H Celestian greenback speakers.
Sure.
Beautiful.
Sure.
Just nod my head like I understand a little bit of this.
I mean, as much as I appreciate guitars, my heart is now over to Neil. This probably isn't even a question, but what's the bass rig saying? This is the important thing for me personally.
Oh, you play bass?
Oh, I'm a bassist, yeah.
Right, I'm off.
I used to be using an Ibanez for years, but
the Soundgear ones, is it?
Yeah, one of the Soundgear Ibanez's, and because I used to be a guitarist basically, and
okay, we can finish this conversation. Fine.
Yeah,
no, I'm joking.
It's got a really thin neck on it, and it was perfect for me.
Yeah.
And I play bass with a pick as well, like you would do as a
We can definitely finish this conversation now.
However, I will say about 3 weeks ago, I turned to the dark side and I ended up buying a Fender Jazz. Which is
better.
Which is an absolutely awesome sounding bass, I've got to say.
Oh, he's got a Fender on the side as well.
Yeah, it's not very metal looking, but I basically went in the shop. I played the Kramers, the ESPs, you name it. I went through them, and the Fender Jazz came out on top for me. So and it's been brilliant live actually. Yeah, lovely sound.
Yeah. Much better sound.
What are you doing on your amps? Tell me you're similar.
Do you know, I'm only I got a Trace Elliott combo that I use, but I've also got a little Trace Elliott Elf as well. And it's,
those are solid bits of kits. I won't have anyone say anything against the Elf.
You can diss these elves, but it's literally you can pop him in your pocket, and the sound that comes out of it's lovely, warm, rich, big sound. Yeah, it's cracking.
Yeah, it's a good little pocket amp, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, more weird questions, please.
Yep, we'll run more. What is your funniest gig story?
Ooh, funny gig stories.
Oh, shit.
Was that an old shit if I can't remember, or old shit which one's worse?
No, I actually got a really funny studio story, but I really can't repeat that.
I feel like it is now my job for the next hour to make you repeat that.
But you know exactly what's going to happen.
You might be shutting me off.
Okay.
He's just going to glitch himself out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Gig story. Neil, you tried to get back on the stage last week, Neil, and almost hit me off the stage. so we want to try
I'm not the most athletic of individuals, should we say. So I'm there basically rocking it out to our new track. I thought, I got to get down with the crowd for this one. So down in the crowd, giving it a good mosh. I thought, I got to get back on this stage somehow. So I just blunderbussed onto the stage, took the mics out and everything else, and nearly took Mike out with it as well. Wasn't impressed.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Nothing too outrageous, I have to say.
No on the road stories. So one of the members had too much of a drink and puke on stage, no?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we did have one of our older drummers years ago when we played a gig, and he got absolutely steaming. But then we were playing, there was like 2 bars in this place that we play, and there's a bar down on the main end where everybody was, and there's a bar behind where we were playing. And after the gig, he was stuffing bottles of beer into his bass drum. you're gonna nick a bass drum full of beer.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Hey.
Why
Yeah.
not, eh?
They're quite timid stories, actually, but the one from the studio is outrageous. And
I mean, we have lots of people asking for this story now.
yeah, I thought I'd get some interest on that, but you might have to PM me for it. I'm quite happy to PM people for that. No worries. Yeah.
just like not live across the airwaves to millions.
No, it's almost what goes on tour stays on tour kind of thing. But
Okay.
a few drinks, I'll spill the beans, like no problem.
Yeah. Well. I mean, be worried because I know what our audience is like. So expect a few PMs. They will hunt you down. They will find you, and they will get this story out of you.
That's okay. No worries.
It's like some really lame Facebook version of Taken. On that note, they have been really.
Yeah.
Couple more questions.
There's one more. What is your worst gig experience?
Ooh.
What your worst gig experience?
Oh, when did your string snap? That was a recent one, Neil, wasn't it?
Yeah. Now, I've never snapped a bottom E on a bass before. But yeah, I just had a wing at one actually. Yeah, it was on just the last song, I think it was, where the bottom E string just actually bust to pieces. So it's probably to do with my picking, really. Got a little bit too enthusiastic, I think.
And we played a gig in Swansea. And my rig decided not to work, and I had to borrow this rig that was the shittest rig ever.
No.
And I'm very fussy about my tone, really fussy about the tone. And if it's not right, I'm not right. And this thing was like, just sounded like it was farting out of a cereal box. It was really shit.
Oh dear. Yeah, I remember a gig somewhat similar, but I was more fussy about other people's tones in the band.
Oh, I am too.
Oh, right.
Our guitarist came on, and he liked to be loud. And this was the first day he'd learnt this new, very, very cool trick of his. When he's doing sound check, have his guitar turned right down. So he's got all that headroom when he walks on stage. Holy
cheeky devil.
Shit. It was just guitar. We played to just guitar. That's all anyone.
Nice.
But that's why bass guitars are big. You can just like
It was tempting. It was tempting. It was literally, it was the second gig that I'd done, I think, with the band, and yeah, it was. Yeah, but less about me, more about you.
I was just thinking now about when our previous drummer stuck his foot straight through the bass drum. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Beater just went straight through, smash.
What?
Middle of the gig.
What the beater of the kick? The
beater went straight through the skin of the bass drum. Yeah.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
I mean, that's impressive.
He must be really pissed or
really
something.
impressive calves.
I mean, that is you're putting some power behind it to wow.
Maybe the kit was rubbish.
I mean,
he was super strong.
Possibly.
One or the other.
All I'm thinking is like because those beaters designed they're not designed to go through. So like just from the hit. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's boggled my mind a bit. I need to do some experiments. Did you just fall off your chair?
I'm not. I'm standing up. I am actually.
Are you?
I just went like that just to move around a little bit.
I thought you fell off your chair. Right.
No, that'll be after a couple more beers now.
Yeah. Okay. You can't hurt yourself. We recorded a video tomorrow, so you can't hurt himself.
No.
That's right. Next up, another track. We got "Save Us All." So, as with all the others, and not to be so predictably repetitive, but give us a little introduction, please.
Again, well, this is exactly what this is the kind of a protest song, really, and it's about not having a voice. It's about fighting for what you believe in. I'm going to say "Save Us All." Having that voice will save us all.
Okay.
It's the second single that we released off the album. So again, this went very well.
Yeah.
Lovely. Save Us All, Eulogy. Lovely. Sorry. Yeah, no worries. Could you grab me a... Thank you. No worries. So, in your experience currently, like, as not to be pointing on actual age, but an older band, an experienced band that's been doing this for a while.
A mature band.
That's a very well way to put it. How would you? What would you say that I mean, apart from, I'm trying to get you away from just saying, "Oh, COVID was shit" or something. But like over the past few years, and especially with things like the increase in social media, the decrease in physical sales and stuff like that, as a band that's just working through all that, what would you say your biggest hurdle was, and how did you deal with that?
Well, we had a tour. Just as COVID started, we had a tour, a UK tour arranged.
Just as it started.
Honestly, God, we had to cancel everything. Well, in fact, they were cancelling gigs, and you could see them every week. They were just dropping off. That was really, really shit.
Yeah.
And it's taken us almost 2 years to recover from that, obviously. But what we have seen is, yeah, you're right. I mean, because people couldn't get out, people are streaming more, and we've got some big numbers on Spotify, which is really, really cool.
Yeah. Have you, excuse my ignorance, but over that kind of period, did you get into kind of the live streaming on actual Facebook and the kind of gig streaming, or did you stay away from that?
So we did one of those kind of...
We did a live stream, didn't we? From multiple locations.
So we tried and failed actually to do some sort of rehearsals across the internet, like with latency. You know, like music is instantaneous. But then what we did, we released a video then of a song called Blood Red Skies, where Darren, our then drummer, was down in the recording studio. Neil was in his house, I was here, and we just put it all together.
Okay.
That went out, that was good. Just trying to keep a little bit of momentum going while things were a bit pants.
Yeah, it was definitely a difficult period.
I think Neil put out a vocal coaching video. I put out some guitar technique videos.
Yeah. I mean, if we're going super backwards, for us, it was weird because everyone was stuck in the house. We'd never had any more listeners than we've had before.
Yeah.
But we got no music coming in.
Yeah.
All the musicians can't get to the studio. They're not gigging. They're not doing. We had nothing to display, and all the listeners to give it to. It was the hardest situation ever. It was so backwards.
It was pants, wasn't it?
Really, really backwards. But yeah, no, it's good to see that you kept it going though. I noticed a lot of bands took it as kind of we may as well just shut down and we'll restart afterwards.
Do you know what? We lost a few bands actually across the way. Yeah. But the bands we were playing on the circuit with, they just haven't, for whatever reason, haven't decided to carry on, or situations have changed and they've not done yet, which is a bit of a shame,
I think one of the weird things that people don't... I mean, I understand a lot of people kind of went on hiatus, shall we say, for the period. But a lot of people had to change their whole working situation, get a different job, work from home, and all of that had more of a knock-on effect for... And people found out that they had an enjoyment of sitting at home, and they're like, oh, I used to go out all the time, but I'm actually all right watching Netflix. It's not too bad. It's like, damn it, get to your venue!
I know.
Here we go, anyway. That was Save Us All from Eulogy. Believe it or not, we're still here. We still got them. Your questions weren't actually anywhere near as weird as they have been before. So I'm sorry about that. We may have to get you on to really freak you out, but until your next release, you'll have to just wait for that side of XRP. They've let you off, is what I'm saying.
Could have gone for something.
Right, where are we? So, here's some of the this is what I like to call the braggable section. Because I get to ask you questions like, who's the biggest band you've played with so far?
Us.
I like it. That is the best answer you could have given, to be honest.
Yeah, we played recently with Unto Others. Come over from, it used to be called Idle Hands. Come over from the States, from Philadelphia, and we supported them. And yeah, it was a really good gig.
Oh, good night, winner.
Yeah.
Awesome. Next one is: Are you just doing a few repairs whilst we're interviewing? Because that's wonderful if you are.
Sorry.
Just a bit of maintenance.
That's fine. I love it. Carry on. Don't worry about it. Screwdriver. Are you adding new pickups to your guitar or something?
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm just idle hands.
Oh, okay. Oh, just playing around then. That's fine.
Exactly.
That's fine. I thought you were like, just in my spare time, I'm just
doing some surgery.
adding
Surgery.
some humbuckers to this strat, Right, okay, moving on. Biggest venue you've played? What's the biggest venue you've done so far?
We played the Fleece in Bristol.
Okay.
And that was a good venue.
We're headlining now the Drunken Monkey Festival.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
So
That should be
good
can't
fun.
wait for it.
Yeah, that's good. That's going to be. I mean, you're going to have even if the stage blows up just before you get on, you're going to have a good time.
Yeah, can't wait.
It's a great festival to do. Definitely, I've had so much about it.
Cause.
Yeah. No, great stuff. Along the same lines, I guess it's probably might be different for each of you. If you could play anywhere in the world, what would the dream place be?
Ooh. For me, probably Madison Square Gardens.
Okay, I hear
Or
that.
anywhere in New York. I love the place.
Mm-hmm. What was that, Neil? Sorry.
I said, nice venue, fair play. Wouldn't mind having that. Just any massive open air festival I'd be up for. Yeah.
You can't go wrong with a big stage. Even though sometimes I feel like I sometimes feel it's better for the artist than the crowd. I've done a couple of those festivals and been a bit too far back and thought, I should have bought the CD.
The thing is, we play venues now where we can see the whites of their eyes.
No,
exactly.
on
close
that
and
note,
personal.
And this is a big one for me, and I don't think these get shouted out enough. What is your kind of surprise venue? That venue that you went to that was a bit smaller and not quite as big, but it just had amazing sound and amazing vibe. If you were to shout out one venue, what would it be?
Oh, amazing sound! I tell you what, one of the best sound we've had is down in Hangar 18 in Swansea.
Yeah.
Okay.
They really work hard there. The guys do, and we've had probably the best sound we've had. That's probably up there, I would say.
Excellent, good stuff.
Yeah,
Shout out to the sound guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Hangar 18, awesome. Yeah. Also, as well, the Patriot had a good sound as well, didn't they?
Yeah,
The
that was
Patriot,
good too. Yeah.
which
They
is
do a good job up there too.
local venue in South Wales. Yeah.
I've heard a lot about that place actually.
Yeah, it's great.
I get a load back from kind of I don't know if you know them, Deaf Monkey Records and all the kind of Abatawi crew.
No.
Don't know if any of that rings a bell. But yeah, great venues. To be fair, some of the ones that clung on in the kind of Swansea area seem to be doing the right thing, shall we say? I
think they're passionate about what they do, and I know it
helps.
It's real hard work. It is hard work for them, absolutely. But they are kind of flying the flag for kind of original rock music in this area. So hats off.
I mean, interestingly, what they've done is they've opened up the venue now to sort of drum and bass and all of that stuff, and dance music and stuff like that, raves and all of that, because they've got to get the money in at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But they still put really good rock shows on and stuff there as well. So have lots of independent bands there.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those. As long as they've still got the passion for it and they don't end up selling out because the drum and bass raves make them more money. Then
well,
it's all good. And I understand business, and a lot of people are recouping a lot of losses. So, you can't. There's some understanding, but even if they have to do it, as long as they come back to the roots, I guess is the important
Absolutely.
thing.
And it's the same for original artists like ourselves. We've got to pay our way. It's a passion. That's what it has to be, a passion.
I've got a great kind of double-barreled question for you now. So the first one is, if you could support any, like, your favorite band in the world, who would you love to support?
I probably got a few. One would be Slipknot.
Really?
Absolutely.
That surprised me. I mean, they do a hell of a show, to be fair.
It's fantastic. I've seen them a few times now, and they never. I mean, I love their music, but it's never failed to kind of amaze me. They're fantastic.
Oh, that's
obviously,
awesome.
Metallica, obviously.
I would probably have gone for that. Yeah.
If you didn't say Metallica in this, I would have been surprised.
Queensryche, probably another band.
Okay, yeah. I could see that as a gig.
Yeah, I like a bit of prog rock stuff, and Queensryche, one of the most amazing at it. So
Yeah, I think actually as a gig that would be you'd be a good set before the madness, as it were. I think that would work well. But now comes the double barrel to this question, because if you could have any big band support you, would it still be the same bands?
No.
I
don't think. I'd have Ed Sheeran right at the bottom of the bill.
Just to put him at the bottom of the bill.
Just so they can all abuse him. The rock fans.
Okay. Cool. Wicked. That's such a great answer. Okay.
Who would support?
Would you go local or would you go big?
I'll go massive.
Massive. Biggest you could.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's get ABBA back together and we'll have ABBA on the stage.
That'd be a good I couldn't follow ABBA. I'd be too emotional.
It would bring a crowd, though. Maybe the wrong crowd, but it would bring a crowd.
I think it probably would. Yeah. Who would you have supporting us, Neil? Lamb of God. Bring it on.
Ooh.
Yeah.
People wouldn't have ears left to listen to you.
Just warm the audience up. Just warm them up. Get them going.
Okay.
Some black death metal band or something. Yeah.
Alter Bridge I'd go for.
Alter Bridge would work.
Bridge would work. I think so. I think
Lovely.
So.
Get a bit of Miles Kennedy on before us just to warm them up.
Exactly.
Oh, I didn't know this. How did I not know this? Is this what you're drinking as well? You have your own beer. What's it like, and what made you do that?
Yeah, I was just going to grab one of them. Yes, it's.
We had an album launch party, yeah.
Okay.
And it's a bit of a promo. We were actually going to a gig, and we were thinking about, as you do, think about promo activities. And I said, hey, we should get a beer done. And everyone was like, okay. Oh, yeah, we'll do that. I said, well, I know a friend who does a bit of home brewing. When I say home brewing, it's not out of a bag. He's got a garage full of kit. Yeah, he does it tidy.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another one. And anyway, I phoned him, said, you fancy doing it? He goes, yeah, Mike, fab. Then he phoned back, I can't. There's a licensing, all the rest of it. Anyway, we got in touch with a brewery down Newport called Weird Dad Brewery.
Okay.
They took on the challenge to do this black IPA. 7.5% is an absolute animal. And not only that, the artwork was done by Charlie Ardlard from The Walking Dead.
Oh, no way.
Happy days.
Yes, yeah.
So he's a good friend of ours. So he said, yeah, I'll do it, Mike, no worries. So all these things come together and it was phenomenal. That's
awesome for something like that just to fall into place like that.
Yeah, exactly. I think for us, it was like getting friends involved, to be part of what we do, and it really, really worked. And yeah, everybody's really steaming drunk. It's fabulous.
I do like it when you can pull in people outside of the musical world into the musical world, as it were, and create something cool. That's very cool. But more importantly, you may be steaming drunk, but what was it like? Is it a decent beer?
It's a cracking beer. It's a 7.4%, but it's got a really smooth malty taste. Here we go. It's lovely. Yeah, it goes down a treat.
Two of my friends independently brewed 2 beers, right?
Okay.
And they were going through the recipes, hops and amount of hops, how temperatures. It went through almost at a forensic level, right? So they came down to my house here, and they brought these 2 brews. So Reese, my one friend, poured it. Ooh, that's nice. And Stuart then, ooh, that's nice. But there's something missing between the 2 of them. So we poured them together, and it was just right. You know what I'm saying?
No way.
It sounds like the 3 Bears, but it was just right.
Oh, brilliant!
Honestly.
Is it still about? Is it can I get a can?
We could put. I'm not sure. I might have a can left. There's not many left now. It's like it's rare, but I think Weird Dad Breweries might be brewing again this summer.
If they do, pull it our way, and we'll do a live taster on it. Yeah, we'll do a live taster.
Or if you do a live taster, I can get one to you.
Well, I mean, the fun thing about it is last time, so ALC is my partner and wife, and she usually lives in America, but she came over last year, and we did an IPA challenge, which was 6 cans progressing from...
No, it was 12.
No, there was 12 cans, sorry.
It was so bad.
Progressing from 5% to
12, 16.
12%. So she's got PTSD about IPA, so I'll definitely get her to have a taste.
So next time you play that game, give me a shout, because I just love it. So
we did it live during a show.
Yeah, normally on a night out, I'll finish on like a 12% stout, just a third, just to settle the stomach, and that nice warm feeling inside.
We were chugging them though, was the problem. Like, we weren't taking a sip. We would chug half and then hand them back.
Yeah. Well, because we had to both taste it, so it was literally a little 330 can. I'd have half, she'd have half.
Yeah.
And I ended up having to leg it to McDonald's at who knows what time in the morning. Yeah. That was fun.
Yeah. You can't really chug 10% beer.
We found out that
without consequences.
We live at the bottom of a very steep, large hill.
Yes,
and to get to the grocery store, you have to go up the hill. So he took the last beer with him, his half, and had to chug it while walking up the hill.
Nightmare.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, 12% beer as I'm walking uphill to try and get a McDonald's. These things. Actually, no, this is the worst story. I wasn't going to get a McDonald's. One of our listeners had actually donated us money and challenged us to drink a litre of raspberry vodka. Yeah.
Dirty muffins.
Yeah.
Terrible.
I bet that was messy.
I don't even think we opened it. We were so drunk.
I think I had about a shot and said, sorry, you can't do this anymore. Right. Anyway, we're terrible at getting back on tangents. Talking on the line with the beer, if you were to have another kind of merch that was a little bit different, what would that be?
Oh, see, something coming to my head again. I can't repeat.
I mean, you might be able... Are we talking like something... I mean, like, Is that where we're going? Because that's where I think you're going.
Yeah, I'm not saying no more. I just leave it to your own imaginations, yeah?
Yeah. We're on it. She knows, I know, he knows, we're all good.
Yeah,
I don't think that's what he would say.
You're getting in trouble. What do you reckon, Neil? Do you think you know what I'm thinking about, Neil?
I got a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah,
a
mug.
No.
Or maybe
a mug. Yes, that's what you're on about. A mug, of course. Handmade mug.
Naturally.
What? I have so many things that I cannot say now. And with one of the best links of my evening, that is my cross to bear.
Oh, nice.
Shocking.
Because
seamless link.
Perfect, wasn't it?
Do they not
Absolutely
call it a
beautiful.
segue or something now?
I try not to call it that because all I can think of is large people leaning forward on
that's
wheels.
one of them things, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't understand where that nonsense comes from.
No, I can't do it now. But hey, you got to realise this is XRP radio, and the P in XRP does not stand for professional.
No, it does not.
No, it's not. Press the button. Let's hear the
press. Here we go. Cross the bear eulogy. Even the guests are pushing me now.
Yeah, you talk too damn much.
Fuck's sake. Excellent, lads. Good bit of
Uh,
good. So yeah, I know Martin warned you about 2 hours. We probably won't hit close to the 2 hour mark as we go. He books me out for the slot, but understands that the 2 hour interview's a bit excessive.
What are the tracks you playing?
We have Narcissist and is that it? We've got Narcissist left currently.
I think one of the tracks should be Laudanum.
One of the tracks we should play is what?
Laudanum.
Let me see if I can get. I'm going to have to
Hence the name of the beer.
hack into Martin's database.
If you've got Laudanum on there, that'd be awesome. That's going to be our next single that's coming out, and that's a video we're recording tomorrow.
How do you spell that?
Let me see if I can get onto Martin. It's whether he's got it to me yet.
It's probably one of the heaviest tracks on the album as well, actually. I got to very quickly nip to the loo again. This
Not
is,
a problem. It's a problem with beer, isn't it?
Yeah. This screensaver like an advert for the album.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh goodness me!
For Rebirth, yeah. Go on.
Never miss an opportunity.
No, you shouldn't. You really shouldn't. Bear with me, I'm just seeing. See, all the tracks, because Martin's our plugger for PR, all our tracks are authorised by him, so I've just got to... He probably didn't give it us if it's not... You're saying it's not released yet?
Yeah, it's released on the album, yeah.
Oh. He's uploading it for us now, so...
Here we go.
It'll probably be the last track we'll play. We'll play Narcissus first, and we'll end on that, yeah?
And you said Narcissist was the one that was on.
The Narcissist's a real dark one.
Yeah, Martin said that was the one that was on Kerrang, not the other one.
Oh, that, yeah. I wasn't sure which one it was.
We don't need the mark.
You've got a Dean White says keep up the good work, or Dion, sorry.
You or us?
Sorry.
You or us? Keep the good work.
Well, I mean, hopefully both. Hopefully. Some people, yeah, probably not us yet. We're still learning how to work this. It's only been 17 years I've been doing this. So we'll get it right one day. No, in fact, we've had a recent kind of studio change, which is why I look like a lost sheep, especially with my glasses off. Got new mixing desk, new interface, new.
I'm in the way.
Yeah, you're in the way.
You keep knocking the chips.
Keep
over.
knocking chips over. Not that we're eating whilst doing a radio show or drinking.
I need to think more, actually.
Got a couple of beers, haven't you? Wet the whistle.
Yeah, but in the fridge, huh?
I find it. I had an interview years ago where I had a beer in my hand, and my interviewee said, "Can you not do that, please?" Anyway, that was Cross to Bear from Eulogy, and I told the lads probably the most horrific story of my life there, but that will move swiftly on. Just never tell someone with a beer in their hand to stop drinking beer, is what I'm saying here. So we've got a couple tracks left from you, but we've got a load more questions. Now, we've added a track to the list, so I need to rephrase some of these, because this one starts with, before we end tonight's show, we're not ending quite yet, don't worry. I'm going to rephrase all of this, actually. What is your dream point to be at within the next 5 years as your band? Like, do you have a specific, like, you want to reach a platinum streamed single, you want to play, Hyde Park in the middle of the festival, or, like, what is the one thing in the next 5 years to you that is, we have made it now?
For me, I think it's actually making a living from it.
Okay,
a decent living, and I think that kind of covers all of the things below.
That would be awesome, yeah.
I understand that
But
entirely.
also, Paul Reed Smith, giving me guitars, of course.
Yeah.
I'll be back now.
I mean, there's made it and there's made it.
Yeah, no,
So-
exactly. I understand there's a sliding scale there, and I did reach the stars. I reached the stars right there.
Oh yeah, reach for the stars and you'll get to the moon. That's what they're saying. I'm going to sidestep some of these because they're a bit too end of the show like.
What about asking Neil?
Sorry.
What about asking Neil?
What about asking Neil? Indeed, he has been a bit quiet.
Sorry, Neil.
Oh, I'm very quiet tonight. I know. Yeah, I haven't had too much beers, I think.
But yeah, if what would your be like? I like with Mike. What would your we have made it moment be?
I think, you know, if we're starting to play big headlining shows and things, and hitting some of the bigger festivals, that would be awesome for me. Bloodstock, Download. Can you imagine playing a stage on Download? Would be absolutely awesome. I think if I could get to that point, that would be it for me.
That is a surprise. I'm surprised you haven't hit Bloodstock yet. Have you not played there?
No.
Yeah.
We haven't played there.
Have you not tried the? And I know the whole thing, but have you not tried the Metal to the Masses route?
We just got
We
kicked out.
have. Yeah, we just got booted out last week. No,
Okay.
last year we
Away.
reached the final to Metal to the Masses, and we played for Simon from Bloodstock. You know, I think we should have been playing Bloodstock, if I'm totally honest, but it wasn't our decision. But
Am I hinting that this might be a slight sore spot at all?
No, not at all.
Not at all. At the end of the day, you know, we haven't got any malice or anything like that. Everything's good. But yeah, we just played the quarterfinals as well 2 weeks ago, and unfortunately, it wasn't our night. But you know, again, we played our asses off, and we've had some really, really good comments off lots of people, and we're happy with that.
This is an awkward question to ask live, but how do you guys feel about the Metal to the Masses style gigs? I mean, firstly, because I know it's a battle of the bands kind of thing. Do you get paid?
Not at all.
No.
No.
So basically, they get 4 of the best bands that they can get hold of to play a gig
You know
for
what?
free, in the hope that they maybe might get the one slot at Bloodstock. Is that? I mean,
It
That's
is what
all it is.
okay.
No.
I think
There's some real good bands
for
playing.
us. For us,
There's
I mean,
certain
the
things. I know you never get paid in exposure, but you kind of do sometimes. But I'm always asking. I like to see what bands think about these situations, and I know I'm
Yeah.
putting you on the spot a little bit.
No, we-
but-
yeah.
We
At the-
enjoyed
at
it.
At the end of the day, we doing the gigs and we playing it because one, we're getting in front of people. We're networking with other bands, musicians, and that sort of thing. And we're doing what we love doing, you know. So for us, it was honing our skills and our music and everything else. And we have developed and gone from strength to strength playing these gigs, you know.
And is it like a good gig to play? Like it's enjoyable?
It is. It's really good fun, you know. The people, the audience are there because they want to be there. They love rock music. They love the bands. Some issues around the actual way bands go through. I think I would do things a lot different. You know, often it's one of those things, if you bring a coach load of people with you, then you get the crowd vote, you know, and you go through. You could sound like an absolute bag of shit, but you'll go through because you brought 30 people with you, you know. Bit of nonsense, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. We've enjoyed it, you know. I'm not saying we'll enter another. I don't know, but probably not. Hopefully, you know, from here on in, from the release of our album and things, we hope to be playing a lot of different places across the UK and things now.
Yeah. I mean, definitely with the uplift in the production, from what I've heard, you're you're giving yourself a lot more opportunities. At a minimum, say that. Sorry, that came across slightly patronising. Not intended to, but yeah.
No, so I guess, if it is any promoters or anything like that listening out here, or any bands and things that'd like us to sort of come up and play some gigs with you and all of that, we're more than happy. Just PM us and things, and we'll look into it.
No, okay. We've got 2 tracks left from you now. The first of which is Narcissist, and we've got the beer track, I'm now going to call, coming up slightly after that.
The big bad beer track.
Okay. I've because this hasn't been on our roster. This will be a 100% first time play of this track for me. I have not heard it before. So we've got a bit of a blind play coming up. He's literally just uploaded it to the folder now. So we'll play this, and then we'll find out where we can get you and where we can stream you and all that lark, and then we'll play that. Sound good?
Cool.
Sounds good.
Here we go. So before we just click play, who's the narcissist?
Yeah, me.
Mike. It's got to be Mike. He is the narcissist.
Yeah. So this song is about an end of the world serial killer, or he believes he is. He believes the end of the world's coming, and he believes he's doing the right. Or he or she, actually, could be anybody. He's giving people a chance to set them free by killing them, so they don't have to have their don't have to have their fate by the end of the world. So he just I'll kill you, crack on. Happy days.
Okay, sorry. No. Yeah, I'm really worried about this guy. He's just told me this whole story about being a serial killer at the end of the world or something. So, I've got his IP address on my screen at the moment, so if I send that over to you, can you go grab it?
What's that, someone at the door?
Here we go. This is Narcissist Eulogy. That is some story, though. I mean, is it with every track that you do, you go to that kind of poetry story thing first, and then
all biographical, everyone.
Have you just lifted up a spanner now?
To tell you the truth, Tizz, we're all really worried about him when he comes up with these lyrics and stuff. But yeah,
especially when he's brandishing what could be deemed as weapons at me during a live stream.
You're safe. You're actually safe. Not just I'm an engineer. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, of course. So you just live with spanners and screwdrivers.
Absolutely.
Love it. Love it.
Do you guys have any plans to tour, or just?
Well, we are waiting for gigs from Alpha Martin.
Okay.
So I know Martin is he's looking at some dates and stuff now, and some venues and things. So we may be able to get on the back of some other band tours and things as well, just to get things going. So waiting on Martin, really.
I hope he's not listening to this because he's going to get a big head. But to be honest, in the independent alternative industry, I have worked with hundreds of thousands of people across the globe, and there is not a PR agent or plugger that I have ever met for the kind of independent alternative scene that is better than Martin, full stop.
That's good to know. Yeah.
He outweighs, and it's a difficult time at the moment, but I would equally rate the likes of Plug-in Baby, so I'm a Scotch is great, but go with Martin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Half the price, twice the work. Honestly, he's a
there.
fantastic agent. At the moment, I'm working with Martin pretty much. We have a few plugins that we work with, but I'm working with Martin pretty much exclusively for that reason.
Yeah.
He is that good. So you've definitely onto the right person from my point of view, anyway.
And we're looking to see how this evolves going forward, and we're really encouraged by that, actually.
Yeah, if I'd have met you elsewhere and you went, we're looking to take the next step, where should we go?
Yeah.
You've already taken it, It's definitely a good point.
That's a good recommendation, yeah.
But yeah.
Martin says I don't pay him to say that.
Oh, fuck, he is listening. Right, okay. I didn't want him to hear.
The cat's out of the bag.
Just kidding, Martin. We really don't like you.
Yeah, can't stand him. Terrible plugger. Useless. Shouldn't even be on the airwaves. No, it's good stuff.
He's not a horrible human being either.
Yeah, he's actually, you know, I speak to him like he's my friend and stuff. He's terrible.
We invited him to the wedding.
We invited him to our wedding. What's wrong with that? We did. Do you want to come to our wedding? I'm joking. To be honest.
You want to come to ours?
Huh?
Sorry. Oh, Neil, sorry.
Yeah, you
let the cat out of the
meal
bag,
out of it.
don't you?
Love it. Very good.
Yeah, this song, it's a really melodic song, but it's quite a menacing song as well. You know, it's very, very dark lyrical content and stuff.
Lyrically, it is extremely dark, but though that kind of long solo break and the kind of it kind of lifts it, so it's not quite as depressing, I guess. Is it? One thing I would say is you've got quite a nice style of being able to make musically quite dark lyrics move into that kind of, you know, more epic storytelling setting rather than the dark black metal we want to eat your soul setting.
I think that's where our kind of influences come from. Neil has got a more melodic musical taste. Neil,
I am a big fan of melodic rock music, and that probably comes across in the way I actually sing the vocals and stuff, you know? There's no getting away from that.
Dark and brooding all the time.
I like that I can understand the lyrics. That's a big thing for me. I'm not a musician.
It helps, doesn't it?
I am tone deaf. I am not musically capable of anything. But I don't like songs that I can't understand. Yeah,
so all my songs certainly have a theme. The next one the next one's a tragic story, actually, if I can tell you all about that.
Oh,
You can in a couple seconds.
here we go. You are still listening to XRPRadio, you poor people. There is a button on your screen. See the X in the top right corner? You can click on that or swipe your app up or whatever. You get rid of it. It's no problem. But if you want to stay here, we're still here with Eulogy and Mike and Neil, which is probably why you're here. You don't want to hear me speaking, so let's make them speak some more. We've got one more track left from you this evening, but now we're on to the kind of the shameless promotion, self-promotion, smash it out there bit, where we ask you where's the best place to interact with you. Where are you most heaviest on kind of social media for all your new fans from XRPRadio to message you going, can we have a CD please?
Oh, great. Yeah. So you get in touch with us on all platforms, Facebook, Insta, Twitter. If you can, you know, we're on there. You wouldn't believe it, but we are.
We've got our own website as well.
eulogyrocks.com, and our merch is on mycartel.com. Eulogy rocks at mycartel.com.
Yeah, it's at Eulogy Rocks on all social network, on everything. Yes. I love it when a band does that. Everything's the same. Just remember Eulogy Rocks, you'll find them.
Standardized right across here.
If you search for Eulogy Rocks, you'll find us.
Excellent. And I know that a lot of bands say I'm on all streaming platforms, as I presume you are, Apple, iTunes, Spotify, all that. But a lot of bands have a preference. A lot of bands tend to lean towards Bandcamp. You know, buy our CD. That's the best way to support us. For you, where do you prefer people to go?
So for us, it's you can buy our kind of hard, our kind of real life stuff through our website. For music, just stream us anywhere you can. Spotify is our main, people
probably the main
interact
platform,
mainly through Spotify.
Wicked. Wow.
We are on Bandcamp as well, actually.
If as you're selling your own stuff via your website, how do you find do you have an even traffic, or you're selling most of the stuff via your own website? Just as a side interested note.
Yeah. So we post it from home. So Neil or myself, we do it. We comes in and we just share amongst ourselves. We just post it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I suppose CDs and stuff like that. We tend to sell more of them in live gigs and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And we've sold a load, which is fantastic. In fact, the first 100 went in about a few days. Gone.
That's great to know.
Yeah,
That's great to know.
Yeah.
I know that physical media is these days kind of a band's bread and butter money. It's the main bit that's coming in. Yeah. But I also know that physical media, especially, I guess this is another bonus of being a more mature band. You know what I mean? Her son yesterday asked me what a flash drive was. Now I thought I was getting worried when kids were asking me what a CD was or really? What a vinyl was.
I'm on floppy drives. What's wrong with you?
Exactly.
The same. I'm like the old floppy dudes.
Yeah, but the 5-inch ones, not the 3-inch.
Yeah. I see. I was just I was a 3 and a quarter inch, weren't they? 3 and a quarter inch floppy. I wasn't quite as. I mean, I've got no grey in my beard yet.
I go to the ZX Spectrum with a tape recorder.
No. Hang on. I had a ZX Spectrum and I had a ZX81 with the tape recorder. Thank you very much. Yeah. They were brilliant. Spending hours and hours typing in all that code for it to not work.
Yeah. Or you'd have that high-pitched screaming sound coming through the tape recorder and then you just have to smash it up.
Oh, don't. We're going to have a reminisce soon, and that's dangerous. Yeah. We've got your last track on, and I'm going to get you to introduce it with the beer shortly after. There is one thing that I do with every single guest that we have on, and you will each have your own 30 seconds to say whatever you want. It's the end. Like, you're going anyway. I can't kick you off. There's no point. So you can literally say whatever you want. It can be, hi, Mom. It can be, fuck the government. It can be, I really, really, really like to dress up in the tutu. That is entirely up to you. However, starting from when I say now next, Mike will have his 30-second soapbox to say whatever he wants to our listeners starting now.
Yeah, fuck the government. Anyway, what I would like to say is that just touch base with us, support us, enjoy our music. We love performing for you guys. Just come and see us. That's all we want because we love it.
Awesome.
And fuck the government.
And fuck the government. Any last words? You got 10 seconds.
Fuck the government.
Okay, sweet. I love it. And Neil, your 30-second soapbox starts. So I missed the second. Okay, wait. No.
Yeah, just reiterate what Mike's got to say. Really, at the end of the day, as independent artists and things like that, we're relying on you guys to help us out. Support local music, support local venues and things. Get out there, listen to rock music, enjoy it. Buy CDs, buy merch and things like that. Don't just stream it all, because at the end of the day, we spend a lot of time and effort selling our stuff and recording all of this music. We just need you to listen and support.
I'll be honest with you. When you first said that, when you were like, what Mike said, I agree with that because, fuck the government is what I was expecting. But
I kept on the sensible route.
Fair play to you. Someone's got his head screwed on.
Yeah.
the shame in that head. Yeah. Sorry.
No, I'm really sorry, Mum. I'm really sorry.
Love it. Right. Last track before we kick you off, and we'll be kicking you off at the end of this track. Okay. So I'm just going to let you introduce it, say whatever you want. I'm going to click play, and then we're all going to go home.
Okay.
Mike, I think you should introduce this one, being you wrote all the lyrics for it. Go for it.
So, this is a song called Laudanum. This is the one with the beer. This song is semi-biographical. It's about a friend of mine who died from a heroin overdose back in the day. And that's what laudanum is. Laudanum is a alcohol and opiate. Yeah, they used to take for, back in the Victorian times for any kind of ailment. Anyway, it's about that really sad story. And I just thought it was a small testament to my friendship, to my friend who's gone a long, long time ago. So, yeah, enjoy it.
Lovely. Lads, firstly, you've been by far one of the better guests that we've had on in a while. So,
we behaved ourselves. You mean?
No, you were funny as hell.
Yeah, you. No, more importantly, you kind of didn't behave yourself a bit, which is even better. You know, little bit of humour. You kept relaxed. Absolutely brilliant. I sometimes say this for radio, but it's not just for that. Any releases, any CDs, any tours that you got booking, anything new coming up. Martin always likes you to go through him, but feel free to hit me up directly just to book a date. Even if it's just you've released one single, we'll do a quick 10-minute interview with you, you know, describing the single. You have an open door for us from now, because this was just great for
that's awesome, guys.
You know, thank you for the opportunity. It's
not a problem.
I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you very much for having us on. It's been awesome.
Yeah, definitely has. Just so you know, the social stream video with us talking in between the tracks will go up on social media as soon as we end this, so that'll be available for you to share about and whatever. Eventually, I have a massive list. Eventually, I do a more edited version where I clean it up a little bit, sort out the microphones, and I do kind of split one. So if you go on YouTube, you can watch the version with and without us talking over the tracks and stuff like that. Honestly, I'm probably about 6 months behind on that, but when I get to it, I will let you know once it comes up. Other than that, I think that's.
I have a question.
Oh, go on.
On your merch, it's all on pre-order and not available yet. When do we...
Yeah, I can change that tonight, no problem.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to order something.
Oh,
there you go.
No worries, we'll sort that.
Just put a note on it who you are, and I'll ping it over for free.
Oh no, we don't we don't want freebies. We support our bands, but if you want to, if you want. Well, I was gonna go the other way. If you want to negate the shipping fee or something, we always say no.
If you want to sign it, it'll go up on the merch wall.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make a merch wall behind us. So yeah, sign it up and we'll put it up there.
Definitely do that.
Wicked, happy days. Without further ado then, because I'm going to have to start wrapping this up, close everything down and stuff, feel free to jump off. And again, like I said, any future releases, gigs or anything, if you just want to jump on for 5-10 minutes in the future, or if you want to do something else like this and you've got a full album release that we can go through or anything, just hit. I mean, Martin's got a knee in the door, so he can guarantee you a slot and that, but if you want to do something smaller or quicker, it's probably better to hit me up direct. And we can
it's really good to know.
Brilliant, thank you very much.
Not a problem. And again, this is the side, and I probably shouldn't say this on air, but if you end up parting ways there, I'm still here for an interview if you want. But I didn't say that. Martin, I didn't say that. Don't worry about it. Just don't part ways if you fight upsetting him. You know, like if you stabbed him in the leg, I probably wouldn't.
It depends what he did, though.
Well, it depends what he did to get stabbed in the leg. Yeah, but you know,
stab people for less, I'm sure.
That's not true. That is not true. Jesus. This is live. This is evidence now. Excellent. If you haven't already, feel free to add me on Facebook. That's where I'm probably most active and stuff like that. And again, any posts, any like important posts, like I'm not gonna like every one of your posts. I'm not gonna pretend to do that. But if you've got a releaser, I can get our whole crew to kind of boost it and support it and stuff. So.
Fabulous.
Excellent. Wicked. In which case, in the nicest and most pleasantest way, lads, I have to say, fuck off.
Well, there was fuck on TV tonight, so I don't think that's to do. So, hey, back up.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'd have kept you longer if it wasn't for the fact that.
Tizz is about one question off from asking you on a date.
Oh, do you want to go on a date?
What, me and you? Yes, go. Oh, so you wife's there? Oh no.
We'll be back. She's not my wife yet. It's sorted.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna get hit later. Right, lads. I really have to end this now. It's been brilliant.
Bye now.
Excellent.